So are you being disingenuous to yourself and your organization by saying that everything that does happen that's out of the ordinary was unexpected? Because when you truly challenge yourself, you expected something to happen. Maybe not that specific thing, but you expected something and you should have been ready to react. Hi, and welcome to Helping You Perform. I'm your host, Paul Teasdale. Over a career working with high-performing teams from across the globe, including 7 years working with Formula One team McLaren, I've learned a lot about what it takes to drive results. In this weekly podcast series, I'm going to be bringing you tips, tricks and insights from the world of Formula One that you can apply to your organisation for your high performance. Enjoy. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Helping You Perform, where I'm bringing my tips, tricks and insights and some of those stories from the world of F1 and helping you to apply them for your own performance. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode 32 on focus. So if you haven't had a chance, go back and have a listen to that. It's a really great one for making sure that you are focusing on the right things and you're not spreading that focus too thin. In this week's episode 33, I want to talk to you about something that I've noticed in the world of F1 that sets itself apart a little bit from a lot of the businesses that I've worked in. And that's about expecting the unexpected. And when I say the unexpected, I definitely use that term in inverted commas. Because all too often in businesses, I see examples of people going, oh, we never expected that to happen. That's a unique situation. And then when you start to ask the questions and peel away those layers, it's happened before, or something very similar has happened before. Now, where this comes from is over the weekend, there's been an amazing race in Singapore. Lando Norris had an amazing result for McLaren. But it's actually the Mercedes team that was being talked about in the media about their tactics and their anticipation of the safety car and how they use their strategy, knowing what was likely to happen or what could happen from the safety car in order to use their tyres to the best of their ability and to the best of their advantage. Now, this is an example of something that in the world of F1, people take these situations where it's like something could happen. The safety car could happen. And in these situations where you've got a track, like in Singapore, you've got weather happening, you know these different scenarios and these different inputs, you know that you're likely to have a safety car in that race or not. And that knowledge that it could happen helps you prepare and helps you be expecting those unexpected events. Nobody expects a safety car to come out at any given point. But if you know that could happen at some point in the race, you set yourself up to be ready for it if and when it does happen. All too often in some of the organizations that I've worked in, there might be, like, say, a manufacturing organization where they say, oh, this is a bit of downtime on the machine. We weren't expecting this. This is not something that never or very rarely happens, so we couldn't have done anything about it. And when you start to unpeel those layers, as I said before, it's about something that, yes, you've run out of product. You've done that before. You've run out of materials. You might have had a specific type of machine breakdown. And yes, it might be slightly different to something that's happened before. And you might not even have been able to stop it from happening this time. But what you could do is be ready for it and be ready to react if and when it does happen. And I think there's some amazing lessons that the world of F1 can take and give to the wider business world in that space. It's having a playbook. It's having a set of known reactions to something if and when it does happen. And this doesn't have to just be in a manufacturing organization. I've seen this in service industries where it might be, I've had an unusual customer request. Well, that unusual customer request or one similar to it have happened before. And we know how to react when that's the case. We know what good looks like. And yet we don't prepare ourselves for it. We leave ourselves very reactionary in the moment. Now, this has so many advantages in terms of the speed of recovery, but also the confidence that your people have in terms of if and when something does go happen, does go wrong, we know what to do. We're not. It's not going to blow us out the water. It's not going to surprise us. We're going to remain calm, collected. We're going to maybe go back to our playbook and say, right, this is a situation where this happens. Let's move forward. We've practiced for this. So challenge yourself in that space. When you look at those unexpected events in your business, are they truly unexpected? Or could you have anticipated something similar or something that might have happened that's quite similar to that because it's happened in the past? So are you being disingenuous to yourself and your organization by saying that everything that does happen that's out of the ordinary was unexpected? Because when you truly challenge yourself, you expected something to happen. Maybe not that specific thing, but you expected something and you should have been ready to react. So that's my challenge for you this week, is how can you take those lessons from that F1 world and say, right, here's some scenarios, some things that we can do some pre-mortems on where we're ready for this if and when it does happen, so that my team knows what to do. I know how to react. I know my role, their role, and everybody can move forward and continue to perform. As always, if you want to talk about this, you want to just catch up with me, go to paulteasdale.co.uk, set up that free 30-minute chat with me, and let's have a conversation and see where this goes and see if and how I can help you to accelerate your performance. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Helping You Perform podcast. If you found value in this episode, please take a moment to like, share, or review the podcast. You can reach out to me at any time, either through LinkedIn or through my website at www.paulteasdale.co.uk. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode.